Hello, welcome. I'm Angel, and this is Angel's Starlight Tarot. I thought I was recording one video today, and Spirit stepped in and said, "Oh, no, 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 dear child. We are going to do this, and we are going to do it like this." And here we are. As I was kind of meditating in just a bit ago on the video that I thought I was going to be recording, I was guided to the Ten of Swords. I don't typically read reversals, and this deck specifically wasn't meant to be read in reversals. So I tend not to, even with this deck more specifically. However, when it popped out, it definitely popped out and landed upside down. Which is clearly what needed to happen for all of this to be triggered, because it definitely flagged me, caught my eye. What I noticed almost immediately was as above, so below. In the upright, Athene is got her hand up, her sword is up. The 9 swords are in front of the furries, and Orestes is on the ground, done. Dead, over with. Cannot do any more. When it popped out in the reverse, it put Orestes at the top of the card, and Athene and her sword and her hand pointing downwards, so below. As above, so below. And then I was told blatantly to reread the story of the Ten of Swords. And as I opened my book and began to read the story for what I thought was myself, I was then told that I needed to read to you the story behind the Ten of Swords in the original 1986 Mythic Tarot deck. This one, the Fireside 2001 edition, but very much so still the story of the 1986 deck. So that's what we're going to do. Bear with me a moment. We need some coffee. We need to clear the throat chakra a little bit. As I thank you all for being here, sharing your time, and supporting. Very, very much so appreciated. Blessings to you. So, in the Mythic Tarot, Fireside, or 1986 version, the Ten of Swords reads as this. The card of the Ten of Swords portrays the goddess Athene, standing calmly and holding in her right hand an upright sword. To her right crouch the 3 furries, their menace contained within the ring of 9 swords. To her left, Orestes lies unconscious on the ground, nearly spent. The black sky over the mountains gradually gives way to a rising sun, just visible on the horizon. The Ten of Swords represents an ending, and here we see the ending of the ancient curse, accomplished through the judgment and fairness of the goddess of justice. To Orestes, no hope is in sight. He is nearly dead of despair and exhaustion, and we cannot see that his freedom has come at last. To the individual who has at last reached the end of something, where there is no hope left, and only disillusionment and disappointment to take into the future. The experience of the Ten of Swords seems like a death. It is a black time when we see something at last as it truly is, and recognize that there is nowhere further to go. But although Orestes is too sunk in his despair to witness it, the sun slowly rises in the distance, and a new beginning is heralded in the midst of the blackness of his defeat. The insight and clarity of Athene have disarmed the Furies, and in the story this occurs through the agency of human jury. This suggests that what truly redeems us from our worst and most insoluble problem is not a lightning bolt from heaven, nor a magic piece of good luck, but the careful deliberation of the human mind and its great gift for impartial reflection. A family curse, such as Orestes has to bear, is an image of inner conflicts passed down from one generation to another, where the grandparents and parents have been unable to face life's conflicts honestly, and the children must inevitably suffer until insight is gained. Thus, the Ten of Swords, although not exactly a fairy tale happy ending, represents the proper and inevitable completion of a process which began with the birth of a new idea and perceptions of life in the ace. Often such a birth means that some deep-seated and ancient problem is forced to the surface, and something must ultimately leave our lives, and such separations are painful and difficult. But once the crisis is over, the sun can rise again, and we move on to merely disillusioned in disappointment, but freed of some deep canker which has its roots in a past, hear that motorcycle? Boom. In a past older than ourselves, and which our own suffering has released and redeemed. On a divinatory level, the Ten of Swords heralds the final ending of a difficult situation. The ending may be painful, but at last the situation is faced truthfully, and a new future with fewer conflicts can begin. The Ten of Swords is painful. Orestes is spent, as it reads. But Athene is there. Justice is there. And Orestes will go forward. He's not dead yet. Now, for those that are unfamiliar, Orestes' mother killed his father, and he was ordered to kill his mother, inevitably ending up at the Ten of Swords. But justice has been served in this card. No more can come to Orestes. The Furies are blocked. They can't get to him anymore. And Goddess Athene will see to it. It's quite a beautiful card. But in all of our history, people see cards like this, and they immediately think they're dark, they're evil, they're shadow. Again, we're doing something wrong. When if you dive into the story behind the card, there's quite the beautiful beginning, middle, and ending to the story. If you're still here, I thank you for watching. I hope this helped you understand the Ten of Swords energy within on a metaphorical level, within yourself, within your own life, and that you understand that even in the Ten of Swords energy, the sun is rising. It's over. No more hurt can come. It's time to heal from the past. As above, so below. Peace, calm, still be with you. Love and light.